Ethan said he would try to hop in if he can.
All right, I'll keep an eye on the participants. Who's gonna take minutes?
I'll take minutes.
Okay, thank you. We'll call it order at 7:03. Nobody here. The first thing we had on our agenda was the endorsement of the petition signatures. So we're gonna have to listen to my voice droning on. Okay. So I'm gonna read this and then I need someone to make the motion and someone to second. Whereas there has been presented to the Board of Trustees of the Pine Plains Free Library, consistent with the requirements of Education Law 259, 1, a petition signed by 65 qualified voters of the town of Pine Plains, a number exceeding the required number of 25 signatures as provided for by Education Law 259 1B1, asking that the following question be placed upon the ballot and voted on at the next general election in the town of Pine Plains. Shall the annual contribution of the town of Pine Plains for the operating budget of the Pine Plains Free Library be increased to the sum of $220,000 annually? And whereas the endorsement of this Board of Trustees of the Pine Plains Free Library is required before such question may be placed upon the ballot, now therefore be it resolved, yay, be it resolved that the Board of, no, hold on, I lost my place. The Board of Trustees of the Pine Plains Free Library hereby endorses the petition presented to it and directs that the following question be voted on at the November 4, 2025 general election of the town of Pine Plains. Read it again. Shall the annual contribution of the town of Pine Plains for the operating budget of the Pine Plains Free Library be increased to the sum of $220,000 annually?
I make a motion that we
Borrow a pen for a second.
endorse these petitions.
I need a second. Do you go by Stroley or?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we need to do a roll call vote. So I am voting. Do we write yes or? Right, yes. Gary?
Sorry, what am I
Voting?
Yes.
We're doing a roll call.
Yes.
Ruth?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Jenna?
Yeah.
Ethan is absent. Allison is absent. And Patrick is on Zoom. But I assume you would say yes if you could.
I would.
Okay. So that is passed.
Can you do me a favor? I'm happy to continue taking the minutes, but I was late to the meeting. So what time did it start and what did I miss? I started listening when you were reading the resolution.
Call to order at 7:03. No public comments. And she started reading the endorsement of petitions. And she just read the endorsements and we took the vote. Kiri made the motion, Jenna seconded it, and it passed.
And there was a roll call and everybody present, including Claire, Kiri, Jenna, who
Ruth.
else? Ruth. Hi, Ruth. I see you. And is there anyone else in the room? I see Deanne and I see Ruth. Is there anyone to Deanne's left? Ooh, who is that?
He's here.
Who is that?
Annie.
Annie's here.
Annie's often hiding in the background there. Thank you.
And we'll scan this and send it to you so we can attach it to the minute, or I guess we can just attach it to the minutes, the full resolution once it's signed.
And congratulations to Patrick on being the
The winner.
the winner of the petition getting contest.
Oh, how many did we get in total?
65.
What? That's a lot. I
It
didn't
is-
think we would get near that many.
We're responsible
You
for
had
almost half of
27,
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for your enthusiasm. I think the next thing we need to do, we've got tons of minutes, so we should quickly bang these out. Should we start with May or start with June?
We should start with May.
May.
Okay.
May.
Okay.
Okay. I guess there's one line, I think it's on this one. Mr. Di Maria, it's spelled with a capital A. But I don't think that matters so much, but we should correct it, I guess, before we finalize.
Okay.
Is there anything else that anyone saw? Okay, can we have a motion to accept these?
I make a motion that we accept the meetings from May second,
May 20th,
sorry, May 20th.
and Ruth seconds it. All in favor? Aye.
Hi.
And sorry, it took me a minute to open it. Where's the typo? In what number?
It's on the second, it's on the third page, old business.
I see it. Thank you.
And then we had make sure I'm opening. Okay, the first, the June minutes of the June 24th meeting. No, today's June, no.
Yeah, it's June 24th.
I make a
Right,
motion that
June
we
24th.
approve the minutes from June 24th.
Okay,
Second.
yep, did you get the name spelled, the name change,
Hold
Patrick?
on. Hang on, I'm trying to open it. Tell me what it is again. I did see some emails on it. Does somebody have it in front of them?
I have to find the emails too.
FOOSE.
FOOSE. And freeze is FRIEZE.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Closed, and of course I closed the minutes. So did you motion, Kiri motion that we accept them?
I seconded.
Ruth is seconding, all in favor? Aye. And then we have the last minutes, which are,
Special meeting that we had on, I call it special meeting, which we also had in June. I think it was June 28th. And I'm opening those right now also. Yes, June 28th.
I think that all looks pretty good. I have a motion to pass the minutes of June 28th.
I'll make a motion.
Jenna's making the motion. It's
Thank
second.
you.
Yuri's seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, so now we're moving into the payment of the bills. We got the final. There we go. The final cap was sent this afternoon.
I have a question. So we're on 625, where it says Deanne, then it says see below. The number, it's for $60.70. Is it for mileage? It just says see below.
I think it's the New York Times and the grant expenditures.
Oh, I see.
Combined.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
It's
I'm
one
sorry.
check.
I got it. I missed it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Oh, yeah.
Where was that?
625,
page.
check number 420, 4289.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a combination of the New
It's
York
just
Times
that-
and Granite
yeah.
College.
New York Times and Granite. Okay.
looked at that as those were their own. I made a
Right.
mistake.
I also have a question.
Please, go ahead.
Please.
Um, tell me about, can someone please tell me about Jeremiah Jones' $1,026 for after-school art Frindegrant?
That, or whichever thing, that is the last, he did 6 classes and the spring break class, and that's been paid for by the Friends.
That's why, okay, I get it. It's, we paid it out and it was funded by a grant from the Friends,
Mhm.
or we'd like to pay it out.
Yes.
Thanks.
Questions?
Any other questions? Can we have a motion to pass the?
I will. I never do it for the money ones. I'd like to make them,
You can't because you're
Because you're on
on Zoom.
Zoom. We need
really? All right.
some- I think,
We should double look, we should look at the open meeting laws, but I believe that Hochul changed it so that you have to be in person. Like you, there's no more Zoom, but we can
Okay.
look, he probably knows because he's like the local, he's like the open
open
meeting,
meeting, dude.
Rain Man.
Who? Who is?
Ethan.
Even.
Oh, okay.
So I'll make a motion to approve cap 250715F. In the amount of $29,033.17.
Second.
Ruth is seconding that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Then we have the financial statements. I noticed one thing, Ted, I just saw it right before the meeting. I apologize. It's choice words. At the bottom of the income report and notes, it said word choice, 1,000 transferred from Perkins. It's choice words.
Very good.
Okay.
Can I say something or you?
Please.
Okay. On the account report, as well as the income report, I also made a mistake on the woman that did the freeze. Okay. So obviously the spelling on of her last name has to be fixed. If you don't mind, if you approve this, then I would just submit a new copy to Deanne and she can put it in
I think that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
and I also do the change for choice
The
word.
choice words. Yeah. Okay. So can we need to approve the account report with the changes as noted?
Why don't we, I think we usually do all the financial reports as one.
Oh,
So
do we?
we do. I've noticed recently because I've been catching up
Yeah,
on my minutes. And I do have
I never mind.
I do have a question on the expense report if we're ready to move to that.
Okay. Let's, are there any questions on the income report? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. So yes, we're up to expense report.
So Ted, am I reading this incorrectly? I'm focusing on the final column, which shows, I believe it presents where our expenses are as a percentage of our annual budget. And a good example is in the middle of the page, miscellaneous. It looks like I don't know if the cell didn't work or if I'm not understanding it correctly, because it looks like
Copied over the amount from Q2.
it looks like in Q2 year to date, we've spent $1,689.20, but it also says that that's like a million times our budget.
I
Did
think we did budget very little in the miscellaneous column, or
But
did,
it's 1,000.
well, if we only
It's the same
budgeted
number.
$100, the percentage would show up as exactly the same as the dollar figure. Is that correct?
That's true.
Yeah, it was, there was only $100 budgeted.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember, you just spent $900 for the frieze to be painted.
Right,
I
but I
mean,
thought that was from a gift.
that still had to be recorded somewhere.
Okay, okay. So
And-
things get
Okay, so
tough
I
to
get that.
manipulate.
I have one, two, three, like four other things I just want to work through. Going,
I can hardly make you out, Pat. Oh, you need,
can other people hear me? Can you
You're a
hear me
little
now?
muffled, you're a little muffled.
Huh. I'm on my headset. I could move to my phone. That's good to know. I use this all the time and nobody's ever said that. Let me
Yeah, you sound like fuzzy, a little tiny bit fuzzy.
move to my phone. Hold on, please.
Is this the new TV?
That's the one we got from school.
Nice.
It's a monitor. I know, it's wonderful though. I thought it was gonna be too big. I was like, no, I love this thing. They had them as touch screens at the school, but they had a overlay on them, which we don't have,
Mhm.
but
This is going to be trashed or?
no, we're giving that to staff. McCadden wants it. We were giving it
Oh.
away.
Is that why it got taken out of the newsletter?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, because she wanted it. She wants it.
Patrick? We need to let him in again.
No, it's not going on.
Well,
Sorry.
oh, there.
It's taking me a minute to log in on my phone because I don't have a link to this meeting. So I need to
Ethan just sent it.
No,
Ethan just.
what Ethan to me is a link to our website for the
Oh,
Board of
yeah.
Trustees. So I just need a second.
Okay, take your time. Don't put your knickers in a twist.
They are.
I turn off all my notifications on my email.
Not a bad idea.
I get like 400,000 like emails every day from people I don't really want them from.
I still have mine on. That's why you get emails from me at 11 o'clock.
Are you working? Are you working your day off? That was so funny.
I was wise. I scheduled it on Friday or Saturday, so I couldn't get yelled at.
And I still yelled at you.
Which, to be fair,
Someone has to let me into the meeting.
Oh,
there
sorry.
he is.
There you are.
It didn't ding.
Okay,
you-
you're muted on both of them.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
God,
so
so
much
much
better.
better, so much better.
Okay. So I'm just pointing out, I'm not asking questions so much as I'm pointing out. So it looks like our marketing and communication budget, we have already spent 100.08% of it. It also looks for our grant expenditures, we've spent 149.45% of it. We've also already spent 71% of our annual budget for equipment costs and almost 100% of our building costs. I just want to hear if I'm understanding that correctly.
You are.
Okay.
But overall, we're at 49% of our total budget.
Yes, I see that.
Clearly,
Yep.
things are just lined up in places that they are not. Yeah, so, you know, in reality, it's all a mush.
It's all going to come out in the wash.
It's all gonna come out in the wash, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Does
Those are
that
my only
make
questions.
you, so we're dead on for the year so far.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. I don't have any other questions on that, and I have no questions on the grant report. I don't know if anyone else does.
No, I got nothing. It all looks straightforward to me. Can we have a motion to accept the financial reports as the account report, the income expense grant reports?
I'll make a motion to accept the financial reports.
Second. Ruth is seconding. Jenna made the motion. All in favor? Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
And now I have to find that. Ted, do you have anything else you are dying to say?
Not until you get to another section that I do want to talk about, but
Okay.
just keep right on going.
Okay. I want, as the president, I would like to thank everybody for helping me get through the 414 process this year. We started late because I wasn't realizing we had to start so early. And then I got caught up in all my stuff going on. So I really, heartfelt thanks from me to all of you for helping me haul this across the line. It was very, I think it's very necessary, but it's also, it made me feel good that we all could do it in a very fast speed. And I plan to thank everybody at the meeting tomorrow in front of everybody, you know, who they do this Zoom about the 414 process. So I am also going to say that I don't really have a whole lot more for the.
Can I jump in with a question? Sorry.
Yes, you may.
Because I spent the past couple of days catching up on on minutes, I recall it was either in May or June that you said we need to start this earlier next time, and I think it might be a good idea now to identify a date in the calendar for in 2026 that we should say that we should agree upon is the date that we need to start this process. Can we do that now? I think in the minutes I forget in the prior meetings I forget what you were suggesting, but I think you had something in your head. Like I think did you say like by March?
Yeah, by the end of March we should be beginning to start thinking about it. That's the suggestion.
I'm just gonna go water the plants outside. They're like dying. Do you want to? I don't have a cup. Do you want to do that? Not now. I'm just saying.
There's a cup right there by the coffee pot, right behind the coffee. Oh, no, there's a bigger one.
Because they're here.
You start at 7?
Yeah.
I spaced out, sorry.
Hi, Janine.
Hi. I thought it was 7:30.
Oh. It's 7. Yes, I think the by the end of March, we should be beginning the process next year. That is the recommendation. It means that we would be meeting, making, you know, start moving towards the number, you know, probably by April. We're still going to have the same deadline, which is the first week in August, where the petitions have to be at the Board of Elections. So we could just pace it out at a little less of a breakneck pace.
Totally
If we-
agreed. So
Yeah.
how do then, since we meet the third week of the month, why don't we agree that in the March
At the March
2026
meeting.
meeting, we have our initial conversation about this? Is there some way that we can, I don't know if anybody, I don't know if Deanne, you keep a tickler system somewhere, but if there's some way that we can know that at the March 26th meeting, we have to start having that discussion.
I will create an agenda right now and put it in there.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Claire.
No, that's fine. I was humming and hawing because you've all been kind to me for my disorganization this spring. I did want to let everybody know that my mother did pass away on July 4th. So there'll be grief now, but it at least won't be a time drain on my schedule quite the same way. And I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not, but
Well, you have our sympathy
I
and
know.
condolences.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I really don't have anything else to say. Maybe when we get to the capital investments section, I will talk about the other stuff. Jean's not here.
The
So-
Friends don't meet in the summer.
Yeah,
anyway,
they
so
don't meet in the
they're-
summer, so let's move on to Deanne's report.
Okay, starting off with grants. We're still doing ALA interviews. If you know anybody who's disabled who would like some input on how to use the library, if anything we can do to make the library easier, I would appreciate it. I did ask the architects about creating a private room, and it ended up being $30,000 for that one.
But we can talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. But that's, the other thing I'm looking at is a door, like a door opener. I didn't know if this town would allow us to put one on there, an automatic door on our inside doors or not. But I don't know if you're familiar with the grant that we got. We got a $10,000 from the American Library Association to make our library easier to use for disabled people. And
Right.
there's whatever the various disabilities are right now. I've spoken to people who've needed the door opener and a quiet space. So
I'm not understanding who you're interviewing.
people who are disabled in the
Patrons.
community, yeah, patrons. Yeah, those are the kind of people that I need to speak with. So, so that's, but I do need, I'm getting good input from the architects. So they're being cooperative, and I'm learning a lot of stuff. For the U grant, some good news from the insurance front. It turns out we do not need as much insurance as they initially told us that we needed. So it's been a process, but we're down to needing only one umbrella policy, and for $1 million. So I'm having them revise the quotes that they gave us initially, and then we can get all that in place, and they can give us money, and then we can start buying stuff. I have learned a lot. So the Hover Foundation, so Choice Words had told us about the Hover Foundation, and I advised them not to spend the last hour that we had on ours to do that. The process to apply for them was a letter of inquiry, and then they would either approve or disapprove that, and then we could apply for the grant. So I got the grant inquiry in, they approved our grant inquiry, a letter of inquiry, and so I will write the grant and turn it in by the 1st of August.
Great.
Let's see. So programs, we've got our songwriting seminar on next Monday, and encourage anybody who just even has just wants to know anything about writing a song to come and enjoy that. It's for free. He will probably do a little concert as well in that. Summer reading is in full swing. We've had some weather issues a little bit with the kids getting here, but it seems to be working out, and everyone's new. We've got the new camp directors, and we've got the new youth coordinator. So we're all learning, but
Did they came today?
they came today. They came today.
It's a long walk
It is, and
in the heat.
it's by the time we can get to the facilities upstairs to set up, it's 2:30 when they get here and it's 3:45 when they leave. So it's only about an hour and 15 minutes. So it's fast and furious. Let's see. Okay, we concluded our conflict management class. That was good. I'm asking her to talk to me about creating one for youth, specifically for youth. Conflict management, not as long as the 6 weeks one, but it was beneficial. It really was beneficial. Let's see. Gardening. Oh yeah. We're going to have a gardening workshop on a Saturday morning. We're going to try this. The first one is how to have a successful garden in white-tailed deer country on August the 2nd at 11 a.m. So if anybody wants to come to that, please do.
Who's doing that?
It is Wendy Wallerton.
And what is her?
She's like a master gardener. I think she's done a bunch of programs in the local libraries. She's got one on white-tailed deer, one on invasives, one on lawn alternatives. So, it's just little workshops.
That's great. And what Saturday is it?
August the 2nd at 11 a.m. here. I will be attending because we have white deer.
Is that something that we could maybe do an article on for the paper?
Sure.
Okay. I'll mention it to Patrick. And maybe he can just reach out to you and you can talk about whether it would be appropriate or not.
Trustee education, it's ongoing. They've had some very good seminars on benefits, and there's been a lot of things. So if y'all have any questions about what you can take, let me know. So June analytics, we're looking really good. I didn't get Pine Plain card holders. I couldn't find that. That's not a big deal, but we're doing fine on
I'll take a look.
on statistics. Overdrive ebooks are still dropping, but Overdrive audiobooks this time are dropping a little bit, but everything else is humming right along. Let's see. Any questions on programming?
Hoopla is going crazy.
Hoopla's going
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, Canopy's going crazy too.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It hasn't gotten to the point where it's impacting our budget terribly, but
Okay.
if it does, we can have discussions about altering that contract so that we can control our costs a little bit better.
It's TV series. You can see
Oh,
what people,
yeah, you
so
can
somebody
see
will
what
watch like a
people-
whole season, whereas the movie viewers seem to kind of watch maybe 3.
So Canopy charges as if they're getting 6 movies to do.
It's like
Yeah.
They really,
I
they
think-
really get you coming and going.
yes, they
Yeah,
do.
I say Hoopla does the same.
Hoopla does the same.
Yeah.
So a lot
Hey,
of
can I-
libraries.
Can I ask who's speaking right now? It sounds like Allison, but I thought Allison was absent.
Sorry, that was
Annie,
probably me.
Claire and Annie.
Oh, it's Annie. Thank
Moving
you.
to screen when I talk. Sorry.
All good.
But some libraries are having a much worse problems than we are with Hoopla and Canopy with expenses. They're just really exploding in costs.
Yeah.
Our attendance is good. I'm happy with how things are going.
Sure. Our Facebook blew up. The reach blew up.
I don't know.
Jordan's posts get pretty good traction. Some of the summer reading in particular seem to get
Okay.
a lot of people's interest.
That's good.
We did a lot of signups through Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
in our-
No, it's
in our
great. Like,
website.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's just, it's a big jump from April. Okay. Great. Can we vote to accept the director's report for June? Can someone make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the director's report for June.
And Jen is seconding. Patrick?
Thank you.
All in favor? Aye. Great. Now we got facilities.
Okay, our membership renewed in NYLA just in time. We renewed our Deep Freeze subscription. It's working well. We need one more seat, so I have to, because we installed the new scanner system that
Right.
the Friends gave us. we need to learn how to do that's it. Well, I'll have to talk about it. That one has windows on it. No, it's the other one. that
The
we're talking about.
scanner, yeah, no, it would be mobile, the laptops that we need another seat. for.
That's
That
right.
one still, no. That one has the old version of Deep Freeze, so it's not attached to the console.
That's right.
That's what I need.
That's why we need the new one. We upgraded all the other ones, but we forgot that one because it wasn't in use. And so now we need to use it. So, but I've got to learn how to use that scanner system before I let the public use it because
Right.
it's not.
Okay.
And then, so I've moved the 3 workstations here. It seems to be working fine. We did not get the automatic door counter because Jordan, they enjoy doing that. So they said, please don't get the automatic door counter. And I was like, okay. So
What's good about that is that you then have consistent statistics, you know, comparative. So, you know, like it's not the worst thing. If people don't mind it.
right. So we had our Mid-Hudson membership, Mid-Hudson meeting a couple of weeks ago, and our fees are increasing as with everything else, because they are not going to count on, well, we can't count on any federal help. So they are going to make sure that their fees are covered so that we can continue our system-wide, the system that we have through the Mid-Hudson system. So our fees are going to go up. It was 2,700 this year. It will be 3,334 next year. They've already put it out, and we voted, and everyone accepted that.
For 14.
Yes. But we're still within the money that we budgeted for it. So we're not terribly out of whack on those estimates. But yeah, everyone's, I think I put I did. I put the table of what the other libraries are paying
saw
and
that.
why. So I put that in there so you can see what we're up against. And then I told you about, we're having a table at the DCLI table at the Dutchess County Senior Fair picnic tomorrow. And that's all I have for
Great facility.
facilities.
Let me get back, no, beginning, hold on. I'd like to talk about with capital investments. I think this is the best place to talk about it. We were talking about signing up for the Axios, is that Axos? Hold on. I have the bank account. And I dropped the ball on it because we need several pieces of paper, and we're having, I didn't have access to, so and then I forgot to circle back around. Ted, do you know if you have the articles of incorporation and any amendments?
No, I do not.
Are they in your Are they in your special box that you have?
You carry that box around? It's nothing like that in there?
No, you had the box.
Oh, no, it's not in my box, no.
So I will look in the file folders. I did
Yeah, so
electronic
we're
search
gonna-
today. I'll look in
Okay.
the folders
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So once we have that, I think we have all the pieces. When I get back from my trip, I will do it first thing, that August 1st or,
If we can't find the articles, sometimes Beth McLiverty and or Diana Willis have copies of things from years ago. So
Okay.
let's keep that in
okay,
mind.
that's good. Yeah, I'll circle back to them too. So the research I did post the last meeting, it's actually, I think it's better, the business premium savings account. We're allowed to make 20 transactions per month. And anything over that is a 30-cent charge. So it's really not, like if it's 22, it's not going to be a crazy charge. They allow for QuickBooks integration. The minimum deposit is only $1,000. And we'll just have to fill out authorized signers for the correct people who need to be involved in that. And we'll need driver's licenses to do that. So So I think it should be pretty easy. I haven't I was gonna call them and ask them a couple of questions, which is like, how do we link the checking account at the Bank of Millbrook to the new savings account? But I didn't make that phone call because I didn't have the pieces of paper. I didn't want to start, kind of
Yeah.
randomly and then not finish the process. So as soon as I get back, I will work on that. Ted, is there something else you is this now when you wanted to talk?
Yes, actually. I'm really concerned about this.
Okay.
In terms of what I would have to do. And I really think that you, Ethan, Allison, and I really should meet and talk about this. Because all I see is an enormous amount of paperwork coming down the pike. And if that's what you're going to do, it presents a problem. So
Okay.
I think the four of us should meet and just iron out, because I really don't think you should take all that money out of the grant and donation category. But this is something that we should work on as a small group.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Then I still would like to ask them some questions. Just so we know what the workflow is for what the thing is, to how to do the work, how to make it happen. It may be, until I can ask them a couple of questions. How simple is it to make the linkage between the two? How easy is it to make a transfer? I think we don't know the answer to that. So we'll, I will try to, then I will call them. Again, I don't think I'll get it done before we fly away on Friday, but it'll be the first thing on my list of things to do, the beginning of August. When I get.
Ethan was talking about two accounts, one for the operating and one for the donations and grants.
He's not here.
He's not here, so we get.
What I'm saying, if you're going to talk to them about two accounts.
Right. Sure. I will. Most of these online banks, and again, I can ask them that question. How easy is it to have two parallel tied together side by side? I use a bank that's mostly electronic, and it's pretty simple to link it to external accounts, but and it's not that hard to do the work, but we will I will ask the questions again. So, and then we'll sit down, you, me, Allison, and Ethan can sit down and talk about it. I think that's a good idea. Marketing?
Nothing. I had a question about facilities capital investments.
Oh, okay.
Did we want to talk about the
Oh,
the wall?
We received a quote. It's not an exact quote. It's a guesstimate based on other projects that are similar in size, to put in a glass wall in the alcove in the middle of this wall in the library. And it was
29 to 33.
29 to 33,000. And I think it's something, we should think about truthfully.
I agree.
Because, but it is one of the issues we've had is sound carrying from, 3 different events happening in the same
Mhm.
space. But even on, like being able to, when the library is being used, if nobody's in the room, someone could step in there and, be on a Zoom or do something that's not,
And we could potentially use part of the ALA grant for it because it would give
quiet
that
space.
which was Dan's
Oh,
idea. So then the cost would be 19,000.
Right. But
I
don't think we
realize
could
it's
use the whole-
still a lot of money, but I
Yeah.
do think it's something that we should consider. And just because I'm not sure that Janine knows, it's not an actual permanent wall. It's basically like a glass partition that comes up that would go basically in that alcove, which can be easily removed if we were to no longer be in this space. It's basically like a magpile kind of thing. Like, it's not permanent.
It would hook up
It hooks-
through the ceiling
Right.
and into the floor, but other than that, it would.
And it has a door.
Mhm.
it would have a door.
Yeah.
Is it soundproof?
It's not, I don't think it's 100% soundproof, but it would
Quiet.
certainly
Quiet.
diminish
Yeah.
noise carry. One of the things, the other thing in the, I did ask Jay about it, just to get his opinion of it. They listed, if electricity has to be changed, if venting has to be changed, if, like that would change the cost, one direction or another, depending on it. I think that range, was the structure and the glass wall, or glass panels, and then the potential to have other things, will that impact the air conditioning in the rest of the
Right.
library?
Right.
If that one's cut off, if, is there electricity on both sides of the wall? Is there?
So did they consider that in the final quote you're saying, or it could be less?
No.
You don't have to.
It could be on the lower side if we don't have to do as
Right.
much stuff like that. No, they didn't, they were just giving us a guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
We'd have to ask them to draw up the project and then we'd have to. bid
And
it.
does it have to be all glass, or could it be a wall that has some window in it? Why is it all glass?
On the top, like, and then.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because
No, I don't-
I
don't know.
bet that impacts the cost. I'm just thinking.
It was because that's the way the panels are. You can have frosted glass or you can have different things.
Right,
on it.
there's,
It was just,
I think there is I haven't looked at it's called Dirts, and I don't know, that's the brand name of this product, the hanging system, DIRTS, I think.
There might be panels, maybe some of the modular panels.
Yeah,
don't have
so
be
it don't
black,
have
they
to
could
be straight,
wood, or
yeah.
they could be
Yeah, I'm wondering
Yeah.
if it's a cheap, that might be.
But we'd have to,
Right.
we'd have to
I mean, this has
look
been
into
like
it.
really
This was just a quick,
preliminary.
yeah, this is just a quick dirty number. So we could look into that.
And then, Janine, would we need to go to the town board for permission to do that? I mean, like, we don't go to the town board, we're buying a table. If we're doing something or if we were buying a bookcase, if we're doing something, I mean, we could just, as good to be good citizens, we could do that, of course. But would we need to get like actual approval from the town board to do something that's not really changing anything?
And I don't know the answer to that. I mean, if it's not permanent, maybe not, but certainly share that
Yeah, yeah,
information.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, because I'm just thinking there might be a much more cost-effective way of doing it, like those accordion doors that.
Well, we want it to look nice. We don't want it to look like.
No, I don't mean like the crappy ones that you get at Lowe's. I mean the ones that are like that cut a gymnasium in half.
Yeah.
Or something.
We-
That-
that's the one-
that sounds like a lot of money for us.
It's an 11 by 11 room. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that those walls.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure that
Yeah.
there's a whole host of product, but
Yeah.
that sounds like a lot of.
This is what they had used before, and the idea also was that there's a window in there and we didn't want to block the
Yeah,
light,
yeah,
the light
right.
coming into the library. So again, it's really preliminary. It could be more, it could be less. So I think we should talk about it more and.
And some architect has recommended this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the library architect. He did Stanfordville.
Okay.
He is the library architect.
He's the library
Okay.
in the area.
Do we have to pay for an exact, appraisal or like an estimate?
No, we don't, I mean, we'll pay for their time to put together
Okay.
the estimate,
Yeah.
and we already have we have a credit with them. So we're not paying anything. We're using a.
I do have a time
Use
limit
the-
on this grant that I have to pay. We have to use the money by.
When?
I think it's the end of December.
Okay, all right.
So
So we'll just need to.
Okay, yeah, so we'll have to. I don't have anything to say about fundraising. That's.
So I'd have one thing to mention, which is that the Clinton Library did a garden tour fundraiser, at the end of June.
Mhm.
And Chris Drago's father was involved with it, and I spoke to him briefly about it, and I asked him if we could sit down and talk more about it, and if it was something that I know we're fundraising is going to be less of a priority for us, but it was very successful for them, and so I was gonna see if he would sit down. He was willing. He's willing to sit down and sort of talk about how they organized it. We would need to select the gardens now if we want, or by August, basically, if we wanted to
Right.
pursue it. So, I thought I would reach out to him and get more information from him. And
Hey, Kira, do you know how much they raised?
I don't, but I'll find out. And I know
And-
you're interested in that as well, Patrick.
Well, I'm not interested in showing my garden because it's a mess.
I wasn't offering you showing your garden with your leaf tires all over your hydrangea. No, I would know you're interested in pursuing an idea like this, and perhaps you would like to meet with Joe Drago
Sure.
with.
Sure. I just remember, I just want to add, when you floated this idea once a while ago, you mentioned maybe even including like some studios, but
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
because we have one friend who has a beautiful studio, or do you think there are some others?
We have several friends with studios,
Artist studios, I should have
artist studios. I
clarified.
think talk to Joe and see what worked for them, and then figure out if we have enough gardens to make it work. And if not, then do we supplement it with 2 or 3 studio tours as well? Because that would also be, an interesting.
Do you know how many gardens
I
were?
don't.
Yeah, so.
I'm guessing it was probably 6, but
Okay.
I have to test.
Sounds good.
We did, we still have the policy review in place. Dan wasn't sure we were gonna have a policy, but Patrick came up with the opioid overdose prevention policy. Did people get a chance to look at this? I think, honestly, it looks good for our size staff. That it seems like a pretty straightforward policy.
Can I give you a tiny bit of background?
Yes.
So, yeah, I know we were initially looking at the one that Poughkeepsie Library had sent around, and it didn't take too much research to find that a lot of other people have much more robust policies. Some of them, I mean, I didn't want to overdo it. Some of them, quote all the New York State law. What I liked about so this is, as I mentioned, it's sort of an amalgamation of what I thought the best things were from some of them, and I'll just point out, and then I ran it by Deanne. She edited it for clarity and accuracy. I like the thing at the bottom where it says for employees administering this product can be extremely traumatic. We encourage you to seek treatment. I thought that was a really smart thing that some people put in. Uh, I think we already had that number 7 that the library will maintain a log, but I do think we should report any use to both the county and the town board. What else did I like? Oh, it's sort of all over the place about, training. Sometimes some of them say you should be trained every 6 months. Some say every 2 years. I pick 2 years. So I say, no staff member shall administer this product unless they've had training within the past 2 years. And what else did I want to tell you?
Do you want to say that, Patrick? Do you actually want to say that? I mean, or do you want to say we like if it would be awful if someone missed their training by a day and someone is ODing on the library floor and they couldn't administer the Narcan or whatever it's called. Like, is there a way to word it where we require them to have training every 2 years as opposed to saying they cannot administer the Narcan without training? Or am I just being, if you think this is ridiculous, just say it. You're being ridiculous.
No, I agree.
No, I agree.
It's less restrictive. Like, it's still requiring that they adhere to a training schedule, but
Right.
I think at the end of the day, if someone's passed out on the floor and they need help, like, I think whoever's there that can administer it should,
Isn't there a Good Samaritan clause in?
I was gonna
Good
say,
Samaritan-
we don't, you say the public libraries who choose to participate and act reasonably and in good faith shall not be subject to criminal, but it's also the staff members who are doing this who also are protected by the Good Samaritan laws of the state.
I'm changing that to public libraries and their employees
Yes,
and volunteers
yeah,
who choose to participate and act reasonably and in good faith shall not be criminal. Okay. And I'm not opposed to the change in the second sentence of procedure number 1, but could somebody walk me through or just dictate to me what the change would read? I think, yeah, could somebody dictate it?
I know what you said.
it says, it currently says only staff trained in the use are authorized to administer. No staff member shall administer it unless the staff member has had training within the last 2 years. Maybe it should be should,
Or just strike that
Or-
second sentence.
Yeah.
or just strike
take it
it.
out.
Strike that
Right.
sentence.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm thinking out loud. If we start, I think the idea is, I'm thinking that the idea of this is to protect the library. Like worst case, like what we don't want, and maybe we don't need it. You're right, because it says only staff trained in the use of naloxone are authorized to administer. So
Right.
let's say Deanne gets trained, which she has already been trained in this, and 10 years from now, she has no further training, no refresher training, and 10 years from now or 5 years from now, Deanne, somebody ODs and Deanne administers naloxone. Thinking it through, I don't know. I mean, I think you're still protected. I think she and we are still protected by the Good Samaritan law. So maybe we'll just strike it.
yeah,
It's
Let's
also
just
why it
strike it.
doesn't harm somebody, even if they're not OD. Somebody's.
Right.
they just have a
Correct.
really bad day.
Yeah, but it's not gonna kill them.
Yeah, no.
It's not gonna kill them
No.
more.
Well, to that point, I tweaked one thing. Where was it? Item number 6B. It said staff training should include recognizing signs of opioid overdose. I added the word suspected. And under C, steps in
that's
responding to overdose, I wrote suspected because nobody knows really what's happening. We're using, reasonable, reasonable conclusions about what's happening. Okay, great. I can make those 2 changes.
And then do we want to vote to accept it as amended? Is that?
The
Yeah,
only thing
someone
I
should
had
do
a
that.
question about- I just had a question. If the only reason we're actually participating in this right now is because the Dutchess County is providing us with the kits. And if they stop providing us with the kits, I will need to keep having them, I need to keep ordering them. And do
I
I,
think my guess is they're going to keep providing us with those kits for the near future, until it may, like, they have no reason to stop doing that. You can get them, they're gonna they'll probably have somebody training people at the fair or the lunch tomorrow. So
Right.
like they're handing them out to people.
right, I'm just thinking about the future as budget changes, as budgetary.
I
as-
do not believe we need to worry about it. If they stop doing it, we can readdress this.
Okay, that's what I just want to make sure.
I
that we're-
just, I think in good faith, we go ahead, yeah. Okay, so we need a motion to pass this.
Policy.
Do we, it's the
As-
policy, as amended?
I
Ruth
move-
is making the motion.
Right.
second.
Kiri's seconding, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We got a lot done tonight. Is there any old business? We don't have Ethan here to remind us of all the old business that we should do. So unless somebody can think of anything, any new business?
I think I do.
Oh, okay.
Deanne, what in the world is the 3-page document that you included in the packet? It looks like it's a list of a whole bunch of libraries and a whole bunch of data, and it ends with something called comparative data, final fees.
So
What is
that was,
this?
that was the, when our Mid-Hudson fees increased under the facilities report. This is what. I don't like
Yeah.
This is the entire system.
Yeah, this is-
and
so-
what they
What other
pay.
people are paying.
So you can
Comparably.
see what's changed for all of us, how we are comparable. This is the Mid-Hudson document that they sent out that shows what our fees are going to be next year and why. And,
So is this the one? Do you mind turning to it real quickly?
Yeah.
I think at the very bottom, Pine Plains, the line item, is this, and I know you said this earlier, and I wrote it, I think I wrote it down. Hang on. That we're going, are we going from 2,700 to 33, 34? Is that what's happening?
yes,
Okay. So I'm just curious. So what is, and then you see to the left of that, there's 3896. Like
yes.
I don't understand the math on how. I don't understand the math. Like I see column A is 2218. That says chartered population. So does that mean we conclude that that's how many people we have in Pine Plains?
That's how many, right,
In 2020.
in 2020.
In 2020, right. So then if you look at row H, it says preliminary 2026, D plus E plus F plus G. D is circulation population assessment. Do you know what that means? I don't know what D and E and F and G mean. And when I don't know if that they even add up to 3896, especially since column D is not even a dollar amount.
This seems like a good question for Rebecca.
Okay. All right. You're probably right. You're probably right. I will undertake to ask Rebecca to walk us through this because what if it's wrong? What if it's wrong? What if somebody did some math wrong and we shouldn't be assessed 33, 34? What if it's less?
Well, some did have less fees, but our circulation is high and anyway, yeah, that's a good question though. I cannot answer those.
Okay.
My
I will do
guess
that.
is- Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually make a guess.
Got it.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm sure it means something, but yeah. And then these are the numbers that they're basing the delivery off of as well?
That I don't know.
That's
That's a separate, I think that's a
Okay.
separate, that's a separate thing.
You mean our increase in delivery fees?
No,
Or we
the fact that we may be cut off from a delivery
Oh,
day.
right. That's it. Yes.
we talked about that last one.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll find out, I think next
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some clarification from Rebecca.
I will do that. That was my
Okay.
only new business question.
Okay. Okay, I think,
Am I supposed to follow up about an automatic door for the exterior doors? Or we're waiting to see what your survey?
Well, I was just wondering if the town would do that or would let us do that, or would y'all want to do it? Because we had planned on having one done on the
I
inside as
think we
well.
might have, yeah,
Oh.
we have to make a question, like a more
Yeah,
detailed question.
Before I follow up.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that we know what we're actually.
what you're asking for.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
So that looks like we don't need an executive session. So we need
I make a motion that we
adjourn.
adjourn.
Ruth seconded, all in favor? Aye. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye, people.